Nebraska landlocked, a state known for its vast stretches of farmland and its central location in the United States. Cornfields stretching to the horizon, the quintessential image of Nebraska, where agriculture reigns supreme, home of the mighty sandhills. These rolling dunes of grass-covered sand are a unique feature of the state, adding to its diverse landscape. It's hard to imagine this iconic American state as anything other than dry land. The arid grasslands and expansive plains seem to define its very essence. But journey back in time, way back, about 100 million years ago, and you'd find yourself in a very different Nebraska. Forget the cornfields, forget the dry grasslands. Picture instead a vast sunlit ocean teeming with life. Imagine the waters shimmering under the ancient sun, filled with marine creatures of all shapes and sizes. This wasn't just a small lake or inland sea, it was an expansive body of water that stretched as far as the eye could see. This was the Western Interior Seaway, a massive body of water that split North America in two. It connected the Arctic Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico, creating a marine corridor that bisected the continent. This wasn't a temporary flood either. The seaway persisted for millions of years, altering the landscape in profound ways. This seaway existed for millions of years, shaping the landscape and supporting an incredible array of creatures. From giant marine reptiles to countless species of fish and invertebrates, it was a thriving ecosystem. The story of Nebraska's underwater past is an epic tale of life, death, and the power of geological forces over immense stretches of time. It's a reminder of how dynamic and ever-changing our planet truly is. Imagine standing on the edge of this ancient sea. The air is warm and humid, the sky a brilliant blue. The Western Interior Seaway stretches before you, its surface shimmering under a Cretaceous sun. This massive body of water stretched from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to the Arctic Ocean, splitting North America into two separate continents. To the east was Appalachia, to the west lay Laramidia, a narrow strip of land that encompassed what is now the Rocky Mountain region. The Western Interior Seaway wasn't a uniform body of water. Near the coast it was relatively shallow, its warm waters perfect for a variety of marine life. Further out the seafloor sloped downwards, becoming deeper and colder. The Western Interior Seaway was a dangerous place. This wasn't just because of the sharks and other predators that lurked in its depths. The real monsters of this ancient sea were the marine reptiles that ruled the waves. Imagine creatures like mosasaurs, gigantic marine lizards that could grow up to 50 feet long. These apex predators patrolled the open ocean, their powerful jaws and sharp teeth making short work of any prey they encountered. Then there were the plesiosaurs, long-necked reptiles with powerful flippers. Some plesiosaurs had necks that could reach incredible lengths, allowing them to snatch fish from a distance. Others were built more for speed and agility, chasing down their prey in the open water. It wasn't just giant reptiles that thrived in the Western Interior Seaway. This vast inland sea, which split North America during the late Cretaceous period, was a bustling hub of life, teeming with a variety of organisms that formed a complex and interdependent ecosystem. The ocean was also home to a rich diversity of plant life, from microscopic algae to larger, more complex species. These plants were not just passive inhabitants, they were active participants in the marine environment, contributing to the health and stability of the ecosystem. These plants played a vital role in the ecosystem, providing food and oxygen for a wide range of creatures. They formed the foundation of the food web, supporting life from the smallest invertebrates to the largest marine reptiles. Microscopic phytoplankton, the base of the marine food web, filled the sunlit waters, converting sunlight into energy through photosynthesis. This process not only produced oxygen, but also created the primary source of energy that fueled the entire marine ecosystem. These tiny organisms were consumed by small invertebrates, which in turn became food for larger animals. This intricate food chain ensured the transfer of energy from the smallest plants to the largest predators, maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. The seafloor was also home to a variety of plant life. These plants, including various types of seaweed and algae, anchored themselves to the ocean floor, creating dense underwater forests that provided habitat and nourishment for countless marine species. Seaweeds and other types of algae clung to rocks and other surfaces, providing shelter and food for a variety of creatures. These plants were essential in creating microhabitats, offering protection and sustenance to smaller organisms. These ancient marine plants played a vital role in the ecosystem, just as their modern-day counterparts do today. They were the unsung heroes of the marine world, ensuring the survival and prosperity of countless species through their presence and activities. Section 5. Digging up the past fossils. Tell the tale. How do we know all this? How can we possibly piece together the story of a world that existed millions of years ago? The answer lies in the rocks. Fossils, the preserved remains of ancient organisms, are like windows into the distant past. In the case of Nebraska's underwater past, the state is incredibly rich in fossils. Paleontologists have uncovered a treasure trove of evidence, from the bones of giant marine reptiles to the delicate imprints of ancient plants. These fossils tell an incredible story, revealing the diversity of life that once existed in the western interior seaway. Each fossil is a piece of a much larger puzzle, helping us to understand the ecology, evolution, and ultimate fate of this ancient ocean. Section 6. Reading the rocks. More clues to the past. Fossils aren't the only clues to Nebraska's underwater past. The rocks themselves can tell us a great deal about the environment that existed millions of years ago. Geologists study the composition, structure, and distribution of rocks to decipher the history of the Earth. For example, sedimentary rocks, formed from the accumulation of sediments over time, often contain clues about past environments. The type of sediment, the presence of certain minerals, and even the way the layers of rock are arranged can all provide valuable information. In Nebraska, geologists have found evidence of ancient shorelines indicating changes in sea level over time. They've also found sedimentary structures such as ripple marks and mud cracks that indicate shallow water environments. Section 7. A changing world from ocean to plains. The western interior seaway wasn't a permanent fixture. This vast inland sea, which once split North America into two land masses, was a dynamic and ever-changing body of water. It stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean, covering what is now the central United States and parts of Canada. Over millions of years, geological forces caused the seaway to shrink and eventually disappear. Tectonic activity, including the shifting of Earth's plates, played a crucial role in this transformation. The seaway's retreat was a slow process, marked by periods of expansion and contraction. As the water receded, it left behind a legacy of sedimentary rocks, fossils, and a dramatically altered landscape. These sedimentary layers provide a rich record of ancient marine life, including the remains of giant marine reptiles, fish, and invertebrates that once thrived in the seaway. The uplift of the Rocky Mountains to the west played a major role in the seaway's demise. This monumental geological event not only shaped the western landscape but also influenced the climate and ecosystems of the region. As the mountains rose, they blocked the flow of water from the west, causing the seaway to gradually shrink. The rising terrain created new river systems and altered existing ones, further contributing to the seaway's decline. At the same time, sediment carried by rivers and streams from the eroding mountains filled in the basin. This sedimentation process was crucial in transforming the seaway into a more terrestrial environment, paving the way for the development of new ecosystems. By the end of the Cretaceous period, around 66 million years ago, the western interior seaway had vanished. This marked a significant turning point in the geological history of North America, as the continent began to take on its modern form. In its place lay a vast, flat plain that would eventually become the landscape we know today as the Great Plains. This transformation set the stage for the rich biodiversity and unique ecosystems that characterize the region today, from expansive grasslands to diverse wildlife habitats. Section 8. Nebraska's prehistoric legacy. Nebraska's underwater past might seem like a distant and irrelevant chapter in the state's history, but the legacy of the western interior seaway is still visible today if you know where to look. The state's fossil record is a testament to the incredible diversity of life that once flourished in the ancient ocean. Museums across Nebraska showcase these remarkable finds, allowing visitors to come face to face with the giants that once ruled the waves. The state's geology also bears the mark of its watery past. The sedimentary rocks that underlie much of Nebraska were deposited in the western interior seaway. These rocks contain valuable resources such as oil and natural gas that we rely on today. Section 9. Our connection to deep time. The story of Nebraska's underwater past is a reminder of the immense scale of geologic time. It's a story of constant change, of the ebb and flow of oceans and the rise and fall of mountain ranges. It's a story that forces us to confront the vastness of time and the ever-changing nature of our planet. But it's also a story that highlights our connection to the past. The fossils of ancient creatures found in Nebraska are a tangible link to a time long gone. They remind us that we are part of a much larger story, a story that began billions of years ago and continues to unfold today. Narrator John Doe. Music, various artists, Stock Media, iStock, Shutterstock. Produced by XYZ Productions. Special thanks, Nebraska Historical Society. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Nebraska's prehistoric past. We hope this exploration has deepened your appreciation for the ancient stories etched into our landscape. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring, and stay curious.